the hell out of the way! Hey, this is Nate at Rusty Roller. I'm going to be tackling the floors and the seats, so quit jacking around. Let's go. All right, so I got my seats in exactly where I want it. Obviously, those are temporary, just set them there, but I will have to put this 1x2 beam in there. That's what's going to be sitting on. Obviously, it won't be sitting on that piece of wood. I'm going to have to cut a little bit of this metal out first. It's pretty rusty here. Cut that out, place that, just get it solid. So my plan is to put a 1x1 square from about right there to the inside here on this pillar down here. Weld it to that, and then I'll put the cross members for the seat going across in between there. I'll probably put another 1x1 going across from right there across to the other pillar over there. And I'm going to have to cut a piece out in the middle, obviously, to go over the tranny. Clear that. Same way with the cross member that I'm going to run across there. It's touching the tranny right now, so I have to cut out the middle there. Put a little section there. This side of the floor and the rockers are a lot better. I probably won't have to cut anything out of here. It's all pretty solid, but this here, I'm gonna cut this out, redo it, strengthen it up. That's where the strength's coming from. Just right off this pillar on here. So that's the plan so far. They may change as I go, like they usually do. So this is what I'm cutting out. I'll cut this rusty strip off of there. Cut that little spot there. And this whole section here, none of that passed the old screwdriver test. Let's cut her out. There's also a beam that runs underneath here, all along there. I'm going to try not to cut into that, but that's right in the middle of it, so that's fine there. And I'm pretty close to the edge of it right there, but should be all right. Let's do it. Got my first piece of poster board cut out. I'm going to trace it on the steel. I'm going to do the straight line up here because whatever piece I cut out next up here for whatever I use, it'll be a nice straight line already. And then these edges here, I'll cut on the throatless shears. All right, I got the piece cut and it's sitting up in there. I just put a little line where it starts to gradually bend up like that. That's where I'll start the bend at, and just little by little I'll bend it up till it reaches, until it fits. So I finally put on my big boy pants and got some gas from my welder. So tired of flux core. Been using flux core for quite a while. I actually welded up the Mustang 2 front suspension up on this with flux core, and the 4-link on the back of that with flux core. It's fine for heavier, thicker stuff, but man, sheet metal sucks. I mean, I can make it work, but it's a real pain in the ass. That's in there, and there's still a lot of pinholes left. That's with flux core, and it's dirtier. It's harder to use on sheet metal. Keep blowing through it. And I did weld the floors in on that too with flux core. I made it work, but I mean, it was a pain in the ass. So I'm going to go back and clean some of this up, make it at least look a little better. Fill in a bunch of the pinholes, and then I'll finish it up with gas. Like I should have done a long time ago. Anyway, back to work. Okay, I think I'm done with this. Once again, it's not perfect, but that's all right. Doesn't have to be. So I think I'm going to, I'm not even going to fill in that hole there. I'm just going to, I mean, you're not going to be able to see it anyway. The new floor is going to go over that because I'll have that 1x1 going up. So it's going to be up off that. So, I mean, no need to waste time filling it. I'm just going to spray some rust stopper. Just going to use this again. Spray all that. Obviously, I'll wire brush all the loose rust there. Spray it all down with this, like I always use. And then I'll put the floor down. But I can't spray it now. It's like 40 degrees in here. There's no way that it'll cure. So, might wait a few days when it warms up. So I think now I'm going to cut some material for the new floors. Actually, before I paint it, it'd probably be smarter to fix this side first, crap there, before I paint it, so I can paint both sides at the same time. So on the other side, it's solid on the other side, and I'm going to just cut them off here with that 1x1 all the way down. But obviously this is rusted out. I'm going to cut this all out. Make sure this is still strong back here, and if not, I'll fix that up, strengthen it up, and then just take the 1x1 and come straight off of there. Instead of build this back up, I don't need that. I'll just take the 1x1 off here. That's the plan. All right, so quick couple of coats just to stop the rust, slow it down at least. I have to do a little bit of notching, kind of go over that. We'll help there. A little bit of notching here too, go on the inside of there. So before I go any farther on this floor, I'm going to run the exhaust straight back. Somebody cut it off. The kid I bought it off of, I guess, cut it off before I got it. And so it's just one straight pipe, no cat, no muffler, nothing. So I'm going to go just another straight pipe off that, straight out the back. No mufflers, no nothing. Wasn't really super loud this way, just one pipe. I was kind of surprised, but so I'm going to slap that on before I put the rest of the floors in. It's a custom exhaust hanger right there. I think that'll last quite a while. I'm just kidding. I'm a hack, but not that much of a hack. That's just supported so I can put the other stuff on the end so it won't sag. I think I'm going to run the exhaust right there. It's hard to tell at this angle, but I got about 4 inches of ground clearance, which is enough, but I think I'm going to notch this out a little bit so I can turn it up just a little bit. So I don't want it any closer to the rear tire, but I also want a little more clearance. So I'm going to notch that out. Pretty much all straight until right about there. I got 3 45s in there, all turned just right to exit right out there underneath that fender. So I'm going to cut that notch out and weld the exhaust up. This is aluminized, so pretty toxic when you weld on it. So I'm just going to put a fan in front of it. Just a heads up if you weld on this stuff. Cheap exhaust hanger from Summit. It wasn't quite long enough, so I had some extra of whatever you call that. I don't remember what it's called. I had some left over, so I connected them together. Drilled a hole in that cross member there. Perfect. Now back to the floor. So I basically got the frame for the floor and the seats welded in. It's all fully welded in now. Seats are going to bolt to these. That one there, and that one there. I think now I'm going to cut this out here. That was just there to hold it from flopping open before I got all this welded in. I'm going to cut that out, get that out of the way. Set my seats up there, drill the holes for them, and then I'll start cutting pieces out for the floor. Got to get on that. And then I got to figure out how to transition from way down here all the way up to here. That's a pretty good height right there. So I'll have to figure that out. Ran into a small problem. This cross member here, I had to make a little hump to clear the tranny, which is fine. So the driver's seat I set in exactly where I want it, and it's right up against there. But the driver's seat's good. Put the passenger seat in, and it runs into this first before I can mount it. It sticks out an inch or two past where the door would shut, so the door's not going to be able to shut. Thing is, Chrysler offset their engine and tranny off to the side, the passenger side a little bit. I'm thinking that's because of the steering box, where their steering box is. That's why they did that. But I didn't take into account for that. So this is farther over here than it is over there. That's why that side fits, this side doesn't. So I'm going to have to make some risers at each corner of the seats to get this seat up over this and moved over that way just a little bit. So I'm going to have to make 8 of these, drill some holes, weld them at the 4 corners of the seats, and then get them in. Oh yeah. Nope, forget all that. I think I'm just going to notch out the end of this. Really, I only need to go down. I got my lines made already. I only need to go down that far at about 5/8, so it shouldn't mess with the strength of this. If it does, I could always go back and box it in, make it stronger. And then I got to grind off a little bit on the frame of the passenger seat. So all that combined should give me enough room to move it over that way. And a lot less work than making all the risers. I think that's what I'll do. Okay, so all the cross members are fully welded in, holes are drilled. It's pretty much ready for the floorboards. I'm going to use poster board first. Once I get to the actual sheet metal, I'll probably do it in 2 separate pieces at least, maybe 3, divided in halves, one side and the other, and then one whole piece for the back there. And I'll still have to have a piece going up there to the floor, rest of the floor. All right, I got the template for the driver's side. I ended up having to weld a bolt right here, so I couldn't get up through that support beam that goes through the cab along here. So I ended up welding a bolt there. Basically took one of these bolts, has a washer built onto it. They were old bolts off the old Dakota. I don't know what they came off of, but I just drilled a hole for the head to go down in, and then I weld the washer flush. So in all the other holes, I'll just have to come up from underneath and bolt the seats on. But the driver's side, so I'll just go ahead and tie in my new sheet metal to the old floor there. A little bit of rust, but obviously I'll clean that up, tie it in there. Trace this template on my sheet metal, and then do the other side. Like a glove after 45 minutes of grinding and fine tuning. Next side. All right, passenger side is in. Now on to the back here. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of tuck a piece underneath all these and go back about just past the front of the seat. Come out, bend down, and then another bend here to meet up here. And it's going to be a little bit of an angle because these big goofy bed mounts are kind of in the way. So it's going to have a little bit of an angle, but that's all right. Should work out. And it's going to have to be in 2 separate pieces again. I'm going to use a cheap Harbor Freight brake, and it's only like 30 inches long, so definitely have to do it in 2 pieces. Back panels are in. I already drilled the holes for the bolts. Really glad I went tucking it underneath like that instead of my original plan. I was going to have just a lip there and then a couple of bolts there. That would have looked retarded. So glad I did it this way. Looks a lot better, a lot cleaner. So now I got my holes marked on the floor for the bolt holes for the seats. I'm going to take them out, drill them. Take everything out, paint the bare steel and everywhere where I welded on the frame, and I'll probably paint the bottoms and the backs of those while I have them out so it's easier, and then go from there. All right, all the bare steel and the welds are painted. Floors are painted on the bottom. So I'm going to slap them in and weld them up. I just wanted to mainly get the tops of these. Obviously, I won't be able to get that once the floorboards are in. So there you go. I like the shop cat. Probably looking for something to piss on. All right, floors are all welded in. Don't look half bad. I'm waiting on some more paint. And I'll paint up the floors, especially the welds. I'll go up underneath it, spray paint the welds, make sure they don't rust from the bottom. I guess I'll slap the seats in and see what it all looks like. Seats look good. They fit in there pretty damn good. Plenty of leg room. I mean, for what it is, these old cabs, old trucks are pretty small. Not a lot of room in butt. Good enough. I mean, it'll work. It's comfortable. There's plenty of room in the back seat. I got up in there and sat down, and I'm kind of short, but I had plenty of leg room between the back of the seat and my knees, so it's all good back there. That's as far as the seat goes up, and it's a little awkward trying to get in there to the back seat, but once you get in, it's fine. Pretty comfortable back there. Older people or bigger folks probably have a hard time getting up in there, but it is what it is. I mean, it never did have a back seat. The best I could do. Apparently, all my measurements were pretty close. I took like 600 measurements. I'm pretty happy with that. Still got a lot left to do. I got steering column. I got the rest of the floor there, but I'm waiting to do the steering column to do the rest of the floor. Trans tunnel, paint the floors, especially the welds. Probably end up doing some kind of sound deadening material or at least some kind of carpet. Something. I won't leave it bare metal. I'll just use some body seam sealer. I got a few gaps around there, here and there. Not a big deal. Got to mount the front clip, fenders. So I think that about does it for this one. Next time I'll probably do the steering column, rest of the floor, trans tunnel, front clip. That ought to be a treat. All that happy horse shit. So hope you liked it. See you in the next one.